another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this one called Hollycreek Road. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is Real Thomas TV1. So this is a family style home built on a 30 by 20 lot in Willow Creek, I believe it is. Yeah, I think it is. I built this a few days ago, so sorry if I can't remember like every single thing as we do it. It may take us a minute to kind of think what I did, but this was actually based off a exterior kind of picture of a home, which I don't do too often. I've mentioned this before as well, but I say that I normally, like, my troubles when it comes to building is sometimes with this actual starting of, like, you know, just getting the first wall or room down or something, but once I've got that, I'm normally pretty good with getting the rest of the build done. So I don't really like to follow floor plan pictures and things on Pinterest, but it is good to look at them to get a starting point, and that's just like a personal preference thing. Sometimes I might replicate more, sometimes I might not, but this one I actually saw this picture where it had this thing, as you can see here, sort of like a carport, and I made it with the low-lying kind of fence that we got from base game and kind of put that along with some pillars on the other side, and then the garage was actually at the back, and then it's kind of like a square where it's kind of like where the garage and the house meets, and that's where the garden area is, which we'll get onto shortly. But I did have to take out that thing where I did the fence, because I did want the house on a foundation, but with the garage not being on the foundation, the pillars wouldn't adjust to the size. You'll see me struggle on with it in a second. I might have cut it out, I don't think I did though. So you'll see that in a minute. But yeah, so it's currently the 18th that I'm recording this on. I'm not too sure when this is going up. I presume it's going to be before Christmas, but I don't really know. This month has just flown by actually. So I don't really know when it's going up. Since coming back from that 3-week break I had, I've kind of been all over with my recording like schedule, I guess. I just don't know, like, because I'm a little bit behind on my videos, so I can't really get 4 videos up like I normally would. So I'm just sort of like easing myself back into it, I suppose, and not giving myself, you know, way too much work, because, you know, Christmas is coming up as well. So I'm just hoping that everything, you know, gets back to normal soon. And yeah, so also let me know if you have any more ideas or kind of builds and stuff you want to see, because I'm always open for suggestions. Also, the title of this build as well was also just pretty random. I was kind of, this happens a lot where I like to just build something that I find like a picture of, or, you know, like I said earlier, how I do that. And then sometimes like the picture of the house will have a name with it. So I don't actually think this one was called Hollycreek Road. I think I took Hollycreek from another house and then just like another picture, and sometimes they don't actually have like the end of it, like road, avenue, something like that. So then I just kind of add that on, and that's the name of the build. So the reason I do that over, like, you know, traditional family home, this style of home and stuff, is because sometimes I like to build, you know, well, all the time, I like to build traditional family home style homes, but I've already done, you know, a build called a traditional family home, so I can't call every single one that, and that's why, you know, you see as well in other builders as well who use kind of real life titles, is for maybe themes that they've done a similar thing for, but it means that they can do that theme again, because it is my favourite type of one. So I didn't do any terrain tools in this build. Sorry, my voice is going. I've literally stopped this voiceover like 4 times because of this cough I have. Anyway, so this build, like I said, doesn't use terrain tools. I'm not really that good at them. I struggle a lot with it, but I'm not really a big fan of terrain tools. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say as a builder, about saying, like, having that opinion about terrain tools, but I feel like it just doesn't fit the game that well. Whenever I do terrain tools, I just feel like it looks weird. Like it just, because everything's so flat and then you just have a random hill, it just doesn't look right. Now, saying that, I do think it looks good sometimes on 64 by 64 lots, because you can kind of blend it in a little bit more. But with the 30 by 20s, for example, like this one, it's sort of like, you can't really do anything that drastic, because then it looks way too, like it stands out way too much, and it doesn't look that natural, I suppose. But on the last couple of videos I did ago, the build battle with Miss Griffey, that was also on a 30 by 20, and I did use terrain tools, and it did look okay. Again, it still looks a little bit like, I'm still not just, I think it's just a thing that you're going to have to get used to. My opinion will probably change in a few months' time or something. Anyway, so back to the build. As you can see now, we're just doing the landscaping. It is pretty, you know, simple. Not really a lot of it today either. It is still my favourite part of the build though, and I do get a lot of questions about landscaping. Now, I know a lot of people are new here, so if you don't know, I do actually have a landscaping tutorial. and in that video I basically just take you through the process of how I do my landscaping and builds. It's not something that you have to kind of, you know, replicate completely, but you can take inspiration from it and ideas, and it might be a little bit helpful, so feel free to go ahead and check that out. I did do it a few months ago, I can't exactly remember when, but if you just go to my channel and search in the search bar just landscaping tutorial, or, you know, one of those words, you'll probably easily find it. I'm pretty sure I do have a tutorial, a playlist up for it as well. So now on to the interior, as you can see, and I've done, you know, all the wall coverings and flooring and ceiling lamps and stuff off screen already, as I normally do. If you're new, I won't mention this kind of every single build, but I kind of end up doing it anyway. So I don't normally include those type of things in my speed build videos because it kind of just shortens the video a little bit, so it's not as unbearable to watch for so long. And also as well, they are things that I do in every single one of my builds, so you've seen it before, and when we go to decorate that particular room, you're going to see it again, so there's no point of me wasting time in the video if it's going to be getting long. I mean, it's only 10 minutes long, so it's not that long, but I thought I'd cut it out anyway. The space on the interior of this home isn't that big. I mean, it is a 30 by 20 after all, so it's not going to be huge to begin with, but we do have a decent, you know, backyard space, a big driveway, a garage as well, so all those things kind of made the interior a little bit smaller, but you know what, there's nothing wrong with that. I do, you know, mansion builds all the time on my channel, so this is, you know, a little bit on the other side of the scale for things for me. And yes, so we're just working on little portraits there, nothing too special about those. And then in the garage area, we did go ahead and change that into a gym. That's what I normally do for all my builds, is change the garage into a gym, because I feel like it's a little bit more of a practical use of the space, and if I don't make it a gym, I can just put some random skill builds and activities in there, because, you know, that's sometimes what you find a lot in garages in real life anyway, so, you know, that's what I normally do for that. So in this home, I believe there's 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, I think. I can't exactly remember, but if I ever kind of, you know, if I'm not like too sure on what the bathroom and bedrooms number are, on the gallery, I have the correct number there, because I kind of, I uploaded to the gallery, well, I might not upload it straight away, but at least put it in my library as soon as I'm finished, so I kind of, you know, do the title and stuff, everything then. So there will be, well, hopefully a link in the description to that download link, so you can go ahead and check it out there. And I say hopefully though, because sometimes I do forget, but if not, then just go ahead and check out it on the gallery anyway. My origin ID is Real Thomas TV1, but I think I mentioned that at the beginning. But talking of the gallery, I actually surpassed 4,000 followers on there the other day, which was pretty exciting, so thank you everybody who's been checking out all my builds. I was actually featured on Builds of the Month again this month, so I know a lot of people have came over from that, so welcome if you're new. So there isn't really anything else really to talk about other than the build today. There's not really anything that interesting going on. I did mention in the past video, I think the Cape Cod Mansion build, I think it was that one, that I am actually sick at the minute. I do have, like, well, I had a cold, it's kind of going away, but I have this really annoying, like, tickly cough, and I'm having to stop the voiceover like every minute to have like a coughing fit. But that is slowly going away, which is great. I just don't want to be ill for Christmas, because it's just never nice being ill on Christmas. And yes, so, well, today as well, it's really horrible weather too, and I had to go outside earlier because I had to go to school, which, not like to lessons though, because I had to go and pick up my exam certificates from like this summer that I did, because we'll get like the official certificates that we need, which are kind of released later, like around this time of year. So I had to go back to school to collect those today. And I parked my car like so far away because I could not get a good parking space, and it was raining and windy, and I had this big envelope with me, and it was keep like bending and blowing away. So it was a big mess today, but I'm just in for the rest of the day now, which I'm happy about. But yes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this voiceover up here. I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of it. If you have any more suggestions or ideas for builds or videos you want to see next, that'd be really, really helpful to hear. Leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!